Okay, so for this video, we had a stockroom full of different compounds, and we were given this as our target compounds. So to start off, before we get to our series of 7 reactions here, we had to start with a few prerequisite reactions to gain some useful compounds for our reaction. So we were given certain compounds that aren't necessarily useful just as they are, so we had to make something out of them. So for our prereqs, we took our alcohol here, and we reacted with HBr. This is an alkyl halide formation, or in our cases, we did an alkyl bromide. We formed an alkyl bromide. And then we reacted that. Oh, someone just beeped. We reacted that with Mg, magnesium, to then form a Grignard reagent, which we have here. And we basically did the same thing here. So we reacted this CH3Br with a magnesium to form a Grignard reagent, so we can use both these reagents during our process. So the other the other compound that we started with is here. We have a benzene attached to an aldehyde. So we started with that mostly because it is our ideal structure, right? It matches what we have to form in the end, and we can then manipulate this side to form this throughout our process. So for our first step, we added a carbon to C double bond O. We took our Grignard reagent and we reacted it with our compound, which then formed what we have here, which is a secondary alcohol. And from here, we did a alkyl halide formation, or an alkyl bromide formation. We reacted with PBr3 to get this. So from here, we knew we needed to basically add an extra bond here in between, because we have 1, 2, and we had 1 here. So what we're basically doing is we're getting to the point where we can then react formaldehyde with our MgBr, our Grignard reagent, and then we can add a bond there. So what we did here is we added magnesium, another Grignard reagent, or a carbon formation. We have this, and then we reacted it with formaldehyde to get what we have here. So then we were able to get the extra bond we have in between here that we see is very similar to what we have here. So we also notice one thing. For future purposes, we have an H, we don't have an H here. And the other thing is our OH needs to become an O, a double bond O, and we need an extra ethyl here at the end. So to do that, for reaction 5, we oxidized this, which then formed a C double bond O with our R group on the side in the process. So from here, we knew it also removed the H, which is what we needed, as our next step. So from here to here, we notice that we just need to add an ethyl, and we can take the Grignard reagent that we formed at the beginning, and we can react it with this to then basically get a secondary alcohol again with the ethyl group. So what we notice when we compare what we have now in our target compound is we basically need to make this alcohol into a O double bond C. And to do that, we just oxidized it, right? So we took away the hydrogen and we restored the double bond O that we had back here. So basically almost went in a circle of sorts here, but we had to add the ethyl somehow. So this is the way to do it. We did a PCC, oxidation reaction, and we formed our target compound. Thank you.